on into God's house.
Balls in a butthole. You're a comedic genius.
Can't goddamn lay down on the floor in your own house. Ow,
You want to film it.
yeah, well.
We're the blunt people, y'all.
So you're telling me you guys is talking about my loud ass hair?
No, Chase specifically.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
If it
What is
makes
it?
it any better, it was only like once, and it was today when talking about the podcast, and it was just like, yeah, that's something that I noticed was that Aaron's got fire hair. It's just loud.
Crackle, crackle, crackle. Crinkle, crinkle,
He said by the end he just wanted to shave it all off.
Conditioner in there.
Look, honestly, what it was
Dry as a bone.
trying to edit the podcast truly broke me. And
I wanted him to admit it.
I needed other people to blame it on, and you caught that stray, Aaron. I was like, if it's goddamn Aaron's hair, I can't sync up the audio because it's so loud. But really, it was me.
No, I applaud you all for those of you that have spent time editing and doing other work that is not my forte.
I'll tell you what, never again.
Yep.
And action.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Blunt People Podcast. My name is Travis Nelson. I'm one of your hosts, and this is the best and most popular podcast in the world, I'm assuming, by the time you're hearing this. I don't think you're like actively listening yet. I think we're going to get 400 episodes or so down the line. We'll do a big special. We'll have Barack Obama on, and then you'll be like, I should check this out from the start. And you start at the beginning and you make your way to the 4th episode. Hi, here we are. I hope rainwater isn't corrosive yet. My name's Travis Nelson, and here's the Blunt People Podcast.
You down with BPP?
Yeah,
You know me.
I'm Chase Myers.
I'm Vanessa Dunn.
And I'm Aaron Engel. Always like this.
Always been this way.
Hair
Always,
pulled back
always
for
done
no
been,
reason.
always done been tucked up tight. Yeehaw.
Ain't never known nothing different.
No strangly little hairs dangling today.
I inside.
Can you guys hear me and Vanessa okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Even
You
Vanessa?
guys' hair is normal. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with your hair.
Everybody's doing great. Didn't know we were having a hair pageant of blunt people and ranking in order.
Me neither. I voted
Practicality.
casual, but Chase said it was too loud.
I do love the curls. Aaron. Who knew they
I,
were such a distraction?
Who knew?
I'm just kidding.
There you go. There you go. Switch it up. New
Low
look.
key.
Finger guns Aaron. Watch out. That's live ammo.
Ah. Sorry, I'm so quick with them. I just do like those bumper stickers saying shoot first and ask questions later because I'm a criminal.
This is the toughest way for me to find this out.
Yeah.
I can't do a podcast with a criminal, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
yes,
I
you
know.
can.
I know.
We got backgrounds.
I know my previous
no.
my previous claim to own an outlaw bar in Texas called the Seventh Dildo makes it sound like I wouldn't be on the side of the law, but if there was a seventh dildo, I think I would call somebody. It's a callback to
You disgust me.
Yeah.
I feel like you wouldn't call the police on this.
no,
Come on.
You would never.
I'm goofing with you guys. These are jokes. These are
These are jokes. I love
These are the
crime.
jokes,
Love
folks.
criminals. I love
yeah, all my friends
for
are.
them.
Do your thing,
Vigilantes. As long as they're good guys, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Always.
Hard to know where that line falls.
Yeah, because people are always like, who gets to decide who's the good guys? And I'm like, me, you fucking idiot.
I am the
You
law.
piece of shit. See how
Travis
you're
Nelson.
worse than everyone else because you question me? You see that? How you're different?
Mm.
See, I'm good at it.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
Well, Chase, did you have any feedback for anybody else on the podcast? Anything they did with their little with their accessories or their body parts or their
Chase, I will
aesthetic
say
choices?
he
Bail
told
me
me
out.
he told me not to say anything,
he's
but he
not.
did
He's
sit me
about to
down
bury
for
me.
about. He sat me down for about an hour and a half and criticized everything about the way I present myself. But it like fits in with like the abusive way that we live together. So I didn't think it was worth mentioning on the podcast.
Y'all's constructive but brutal criticism system.
He's like, "What even is your voice? What?"
You have to be honest. That's how you grow. You have to face it.
True, true.
Yep.
Oh.
You guys get next time you see me, I'm gonna
All
have a
right, we're
little
starting to
buzz.
get it. Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
pixie
yeah.
little buzz.
Aaron just shaves her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vanessa, no feedback. You're perfect. You sank
Yeah.
it from fucking the deep threes every time. Every time you open your mouth.
I feel like mine is just too mean to be said on the podcast. They're like, so we're not recording
Chase-
anywhere.
Chase
Chase is gonna
wrote
take you out to ice cream and deliver it that way.
Chase wrote a dissertation about your
Everything.
all your work, and then he just stepped outside and lit it all on fire.
Some things are beyond fixing.
Yeah.
This is how-
Look, I also said my audio was the worst. That was also a thing that I said. My audio overall was the worst. It was just I just knew I could point out what the problem was whenever it was just a scratch on the headphones. That's all it was.
I get it.
That's all.
I hope
That's
that
not-
we solve this problem this time.
Yeah, well,
We'll see.
I hope he's
Keep
done
my hands
punching
right
holes
here.
in the wall, Aaron.
I
Be
said
back.
I'd fix it. Okay.
You punch a hole in the wall, buddy?
No, I did not punch. a hole.
Okay. Whew. It's like it's not even
I
football
was ready
season.
for the
I know.
teaser.
I was about to yes and the bit, but you're like true. Like you're true.
My true
like,
concern.
yeah, I had to set it straight.
You
Well,
know
that's
where
the
my
fun that
head
we have
went
within
though?
the podcast is trying to push you guys and make Chase seem like an evil person.
You know where my head went right away though was I wonder if I could repair that as part of my bit next time.
Oh,
Ooh.
of hacks.
Hacks.
Hacks,
Cool
baby.
down, chill out, don't punch things. You could give him a snack that chilled him out as you
Ooh,
fix the
drugs.
wall. Yeah.
CBD.
Well,
gummy.
I was thinking like an icy, but
Ooh.
Ew. Yeah.
yeah.
Something.
When's the last time you guys had a Slurpee or an icy?
Too long.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care to have another one. I like them. I
No.
think they're objectively good, but I just
Sugar frozen
kind of
beverage.
hurt my teeth now.
Nah,
I'm an old
give me that
horse.
Coke. Give me that Coke icy.
Oh, that's the worst one though, Chase.
Yeah.
I
I
like that one.
Give me a sour fruit.
I'm not
I like
backing
it.
down. I don't care. It's still one vote. All right. Fucking
Somewhere in Chase's home basement, way back at home, there's one VHS tape of just baby Chase sucking on Coca-Cola Slurpee,
It's
and
like
then he looks up and
64.
says his first words. But I like that one.
I like that one though. My mama gave me that one.
That's the one I like though.
What your mama was like anything but blue. Please.
Look,
Anything
yeah.
but blue.
That's how they did
for real,
Chase's
though?
gender reveal. Is they just set up Slurpees and saw which color he went to.
That would be not a bad gender reveal. Like,
Right.
only if you're already like grown.
I mean, yeah, but
But
then
you have to give everyone a Slurpee.
Dude,
All
I think
right.
we're imagining this a different way.
I just wanted like a free Slurpee at a gathering.
Okay.
Okay. It
Her-
seems,
I mean,
it
that
seems
could
like you really
happen.
worked
Her
backwards
and
on
Definitely
that.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does a
yeah,
baby
so-
have to be involved or
No.
gender reveal?
No, it's
No.
this pivotal moment in this
No, it's
child's
just
life where
free.
it decides what gender it is, but between blue raspberry or strawberry Slurpee. And Vanessa's like, I get a free Slurpee? Yeah, it sounds like a good deal. Like, I think this is
Like, who
Probably
wants
good for a
that
kid.
first one?
I'd go to that.
Cool party.
Like, let's
I'd
split
go to
this.
yeah. No, that'd be
7-Eleven to sponsor. Let's go.
and there's not going to be a next episode because Vanessa's going to split off with this new business venture of hers.
Slurpee days
parties?
every day.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my friends. It's good to see your beautiful faces and
Good to see
hear
you
your
guys
voices.
too.
You as well. You as well.
Always.
We've been very busy. Vanessa just had a show tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Whoa, late night spots.
Yeah,
We're
nice.
getting it, blunt people.
Yeah, and I got a fat check from Sound Exchange today
Yeah,
Yeah.
Travis.
for big money. Big money Trangus.
Travis. Big money
Yeah.
train.
Big and rich.
I'm big. He's rich.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so dope, dude.
I was on a cruise ship for 2 weeks, and I went to go visit my sister in Salt Lake for her birthday. But what's been up with you guys? Anything crazy?
Nothing crazy. I am very like apologetic of not having episode 3 out. I talked about it already, but like trying to edit the last episode really beat me up. And really because I told that story about Manti Te'o and the documentary came out yesterday.
You wanted to drop it.
I wanted to beat it and I didn't beat it, and now I feel defeated. But
That's okay. More people will know now what you're talking about.
Yeah.
it is timestamped for sure. Like we're definitely talking about stuff that was going on July 24th. Like that day, that's definitely when it was happening.
I mean, I was
So,
really
yeah.
trying to lead you into the fact that you just bought a Mercedes Benz, but if you wanted to
Excuse me,
focus
sir.
on your failures.
See, but here's the thing about me being rich. That's not wild for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that's just stuff Chase Myers does, bro.
This is something he does.
I don't know if
Sometimes
I
he's got a new Mercedes Benz.
that's just an upgrade your boy makes sometimes. Sometimes
Damn.
I'm buying shoes, sometimes I'm buying Mercedes. But yeah, I bought a Mercedes M-Class 350.
Damn.
And
What year?
Yeah, 2009. It's used, but everybody thinks I spent crazy money on it, and really
Hell
I did
yeah.
not.
Tell me again what it is so I can look it up.
M-Class 350.
As long as it looks nice and it doesn't break, you're in the game.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous. I back into parking spots now.
Is it it's a SUV?
Yeah, big body. Yeah.
So Chase is going to be the driver on our
Yeah.
tour. We're going to
Yeah.
all
Oh,
tour
yeah.
in
For
Chase's
sure.
Mercedes.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
He's gonna make us all wear white gloves.
Take
Covers
our
the whole
shoes
thing in
off, put 'em
plastic.
in a trunk.
Well done.
Hell
Yeah, thank
Live
you.
that life. Live large.
Get it.
Mm.
But he did not finish editing.
Exactly. That's
He was-
what I.
Too busy driving in circles around Lake Washington,
win 'em
balling out of
all.
control.
I did.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did take a week to start on it because I was trying to buy a Mercedes. So like, I didn't like immediately jump on it, and that was why I was kicking myself for
I
it.
think he spent 20 minutes working on it, and he was like, Aaron's hair is ridiculous. And just shut
The back of your head is ridiculous. I'm not mad about the delay. I've been offline. Baird and I, my wonderful husband, we went on a belated
Baird.
we went on a belated honeymoon, and it was very offline. So we went to Rocky Mountain National Park, saw a moose,
Okay.
Oh,
two
what?
moose, one mama, one baby moose. That's right, two.
I
moose.
drew a moose.
You did draw a moose, and that felt particularly pertinent to my interests at the time.
Well, that's fantastic.
And then we went to Great Sand Dunes National Park, which is otherworldly, so cool. Big pile of sand in the middle of fucking mountains. It is so weird. Rode down it on a little sled. It was dope.
That sounds amazing.
Saw some buddies in Colorado Springs, saw some buddies in Santa Fe. It was delightful.
Good
Awesome.
on you.
Nice.
I've
Good on you.
changed. I'm a Rocky Mountain gal. Does everybody have a little something prepared to share with the family?
All right, so we're back on Zoom. So does that mean that we have the wheel baach?
Yeah, we can get the wheel back. You want me to share
get
the
it.
Okay.
Let's go
Thank you.
wheel.
wheel? There's an ad at the bottom of my screen for Bullet Train, which
Yep.
looks like a garbage movie. Is anyone gonna see it?
No. I haven't
That's-
been to see a movie since COVID, I don't think.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I was excited to get back to the movies. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you'd think I would be, but
You want to know how excited I was to go back to a movie? Is that I went and saw fucking Mortal Kombat.
well, hey now.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was very special. Pertinent to my interests.
All right.
Me and Chase
Alright.
watched it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HBO.
I enjoyed it too. I just wasn't
HBO
like
Max.
dying to see Mortal Kombat. I just was dying to see a movie and eat a big pile of popcorn. And then I
Oh,
found out
yeah.
that other people were going into the movie theater buying a bag of popcorn and leaving, which I was like, that's
Oh yeah,
brilliant.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
That's a crazy move to me because like you can just buy popcorn.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
it's not a
wanted
thing.
movie popcorn.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
thing.
That-
Whoa.
That's dumb.
You need that pump,
Uh,
pump, pump of butter flavored liquid.
I mean,
Or nothing.
Travis. Wait, was that from the soundboard? Where's the soundboard?
No,
that
no
was
soundboard.
natural.
That was Zencaster. Has anyone explained how we're doing this before I got back?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Aaron's going to spin the wheel to decide who goes first. We all do different segments and they all kick ass and it's all stuff you never would have heard of otherwise. So subscribe to my YouTube while I'm talking about this. I'm 17 subscribers away from 1,000. And
so close.
Yeah, it's so close I can feel it.
Monetize it.
Oh, I want that money. It's all for money.
Monetize.
All right.
I'm trying to scroll this so that I'm not giving free advertising to anybody else via pickerwheel.com.
Looks
Best
great.
wheelbase picking that you can get. Ding, 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 ding. We're spinning, baby.
All right.
We're
All right.
spinning.
We're
Spinning.
on,
Spinning.
Travis.
Spinning. Travis wants to go
Oh.
first, huh?
Oh,
Spinning.
I want to go. I just want to
Spinning.
go.
Too bad, motherfucker. It's
Too
Chase
bad.
Myers.
Chase always
goes
starts.
first.
Chase always goes first.
Yay.
3 out of
Lead
4,
off.
baby.
That's true. Do you want to skip it? Do you want to
Literally.
pass? I could weigh you.
No, I'm
What
not
is-
scared. I got this. I'm excited. Okay. So my stories are always sports based. That's kind of my lane here. So but other stories I've told have kind of all had like big like narratives and stuff and a lot going on. This is a little bit more straightforward of just a crazy fucking thing that happened in the NBA. So does the name Latrell Sprewell mean anything to any?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's get into it. Fucking right. All right, Aaron, you're gonna fucking
right.
love this.
Share
All
with
right.
me.
Latrell Sprewell was a basketball player in the 90s, right? I fucking love this dude. He looked awesome. Like, yeah, he had braids and stuff, and he like played like just 100 miles an hour towards the goal. He kind of like how D Wade played later, like just slasher. He had his upbringing or whatever. He didn't start playing
Oh,
basketball.
he had an upbringing?
I was getting there. It's just a weird setup. He didn't start playing basketball until his senior year of high school. That was the first time he ever played basketball, was his senior year of high school. He goes to a small community college in Missouri. From there, he goes to Alabama. From Alabama, he gets drafted 24th overall by the Golden State Warriors in 1992. Looking back on that draft, it's a big steal. First pick of that draft in 1992. Anybody got a guess? I can't imagine y'all would know. But anybody got a guess? He's in every commercial.
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaq, baby.
Whoa.
Baton Rouge, LSU. So Latrell Sprewell has a great Tigers.
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 With Tigers, go
Go
Tigers.
with an X.
Go Tigers.
Rougarou.
That's what you sound like.
I don't see
Anyway,
any
Alright, we're
problem
done.
with that.
We're done.
Go on now. Go on now, Sheriff.
Don't get. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, bro. All right. So he gets drafted, goes to Golden State. He's a really good player. Like, he really was like a really good player. He would have won Rookie of the Year if not for Shaq being like already one of the greatest players ever immediately when he enters the league. His second year in the league, he was selected All NBA first team, which is like even more impressive than getting selected to an All-Star team, because they're saying you are one of the 2 best point guards in the league. So like that's a pretty big deal. He makes the All-Star team 3 years out of his first 5 seasons. He's got a little temper. Y'all knew I was getting there.
What do you mean? Could you give an
well,
example?
Yeah, there's an early example. There's an early example. He had a teammate named Jerome Kersey, right? And him and Jerome are getting into it at practice, and it turns into a fight. It gets real. It's an actual fight. It's a fight where the whole team has to break it up. They kick Sprewell out of practice. Sprewell is gone from practice after this fight. He comes back 20 minutes later with a 2x4 and threatening to kill his teammate. He's gonna go get a gun. Got 2x4. They take the 2x4 from Latrell.
I want you guys to know right now, I never thought this would come up. Don't let me have a 2x4.
No, I cannot imagine.
It's a weird trigger. I have to hit things with it.
Okay, noted.
Noted, yeah. Travis, put it down. Put down the
Yeah.
beam.
Away.
It's like,
Just gonna slap it.
oh no, it's like, it's the one thing you weren't supposed to do. It's like getting the gremlins wet after midnight. Sorry.
Don't apologize
so
for that.
he's swinging beam.
So
He's
yeah,
mad.
so he's a great player, but he's got a little bit of an attitude problem. There's an anger issue there. So this team clearly needs discipline. So in comes new head coach PJ Carlissimo. Yeah, yeah.
Which is Italian for the most Carl.
Exactly. He's dripping with Carl.
Lesser Carl's quake in his presence.
Carlissimo.
It is as Carl as it can be.
Oh, perfect. PJ, I can only call him Carlissimo now. Carlissimo. He's a tough coach. He comes from a school. If he's yelling at you, he's screaming, he's getting on you. He's discipline. He coached in the league for close to 40 years. He was an assistant coach on a bunch of teams. He was a head coach for 3 different teams. His most success he got, he was an assistant on the Spurs teams while they were winning championships and stuff. But honestly, I couldn't really ever think of him for that because of what happened during his time with Golden State. Because one day at practice, he's yelling at Sprewell, who's known to have anger issues, and he's telling him he's not putting enough heat on his passes. You gotta fucking put some heat on your passes, bro. It's not strong enough. And Sprewell tells him, "Hey man, don't fuck with me.
I got
Not
my
today."
passes.
Right? And my passes. I'm not having it. And
You
PJ,
think they hit all the 2x4s? Because they didn't.
All right. I know where they're at.
I got a secret Latrell Sprewell stash.
It's in his locker.
They always fall out every time he opens it.
That's where I hide things.
So PJ doesn't pick up on just any signs of this is danger. Maybe don't keep fucking with this guy, any of that, nothing about this guy's history of 2x4s. And because, he's fucking the most Carl. Why the fuck would he care about Latrell Sprewell? So he goes walk over to Latrell Sprewell despite him telling him not to. And he got choked. He got choked for it. Latrell Sprewell choked his head coach in the middle of practice for 7 to 10 seconds. His entire team had to come break him up. They kicked Latrell out of practice, obviously. They actually kicked him out before that happened. That was his response to getting kicked out of practice.
Oh,
Can I make a wild stab at what happened in the aftermath just after they broke the coach and Latrell Sprewell up?
What's that?
Did the coach by any chance kneel down, kind of genuflect to Latrell and call him Latrellissimo? Did that happen? It's like the greatest Carl.
I defer.
Not the greatest Latrell.
Latrellissimo.
It's him. Yeah, that happened. That actually happened.
Yeah, good. I wanted it too.
Yeah, I was trying not to telegraph that, but clearly that was the only way that was going to end. So kick him out of practice. He chokes him. Whole team's got to pull him off of him. He leaves. He's got an MO. When he leaves a fight, he's not done. Okay. He doesn't walk away and cool off. He walks away and comes back fucking more furious. Right. So he comes back 20 minutes later, fucking furious, comes in there, punches PJ, right? Punches Carlissimo. They got to break him up again. They throw him out. Practice is over. Now they let the media in. The media comes in. There's no Latrell Sprewell. PJ Carlissimo has cuts on his neck from Latrell Sprewell's fingernails, in his neck. And they ask him what happened, and he said no comment. Yeah.
Baller.
Probably
Stone
the
Cold.
best answer.
Yeah, that's
Because
what he
you know
went
he's
with.
coming back in 20 more minutes if you say
Yeah.
He's like, look, I got a kitchen timer, and we've got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
I wish you would.
All right. So of course, there's no hiding it. Eventually, I mean, it comes out, like pretty much within minutes. So what his punishment ends up being, they completely void his contract. He has 3 years, $23 million left on his contract. Out of here. You're fired. The fucking got him out of here. Latrell then sues. They go into arbitration. Arbiter looks over it and says that they can't void the contract. So he gets his money back. So now he's back in the league. The NBA now suspends him for the entire season or the rest of the season, which is 68 games. And then that's a suspension without pay. So he ends up not getting paid for that year that he was suspended, but he gets the remainder of the contract. So basically, for choking his coach, you get suspended 68 games and you lose 6.5 million. But then you still continue to get the rest of that contract after that. And if you think that this was a poisoned man, that nobody's going to want to touch the man that's choking his coach and attacking teammates with 2x4s, you don't know the New York Knicks. Because
They said, break me off a piece of that. Go get her.
Look, if you want to choke our coach, we talk to him. We can work it out. Okay.
Look, we can work around this. Okay.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, when that fucking ball goes up, you're electric. Okay. The man, no shit. He had a season. He averaged 24 points a game. He averaged 18 over his whole career. He's a 4-time All-Star. Like, he's a legit dude. It's just completely just ruined any way of his legacy being anything other than he got choked. And also, that's all I ever think about when I see PJ Carlesimo, because sometimes he is on TV as an analyst and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's the dude that got choked by Sprewell. Like, it's all I can see. So all right, hold on, let me wrap up the rest of his punishment. So and then just kind of like how the rest of his career goes. So he goes to the Knicks. The first year with the Knicks, they actually make it to the NBA Finals. So he's back, baby. All is forgiven. He's a great player again. He plays another 5 or 6 years in the league. He plays a couple more years with the Knicks. Goes on, plays his last 2 years with the Timberwolves. He makes close to $100 million overall in his whole career. But it could have actually been more because the Timberwolves offered him when he was 34 years old in his last season, a 3-year, $21 million contract, which would be $7 million a year, which was not as much as what he was making before, but also he's not the player he was before. And he famously had the quote of, "I got to feed my kids." And he never played in the NBA again. Nobody ever offered him more than that contract, and he wasn't going to take less than that contract, and then that was no longer available to him.
Or Jarrett, Tiffany, and Tyree. We're all thinking of the Sprewell kids.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That part of it's unfortunate, but if you look on the silver lining of this cloud, this dark, sad cloud, is a little silver lining of he got to choke Carlesimo. He got
he did get that. He's got that
some good coach choking in. Not everybody gets a coach choke,
Most don't, I feel.
Yeah.
No?
I feel most don't. I feel like many have wanted to.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I did look into kind of what he's been doing now it's not really good. Looks like I saw a lot of yacht got repossessed, house got repossessed. I saw a lot of those type things, and I said, I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, it doesn't look like things are going that great for him. I did also watch a 60-minute interview with him that came out during his suspension. He had not started playing again, so it was really fresh. And man, he seems to just think that it was just a normal he's like, I didn't choke him. I didn't he wasn't losing air or anything like that. And they're literally well, he had scratches on his neck. And he's like, well, that's because it was my fingernails. If it was choke, it'd be throbbing. It'd have been he's very, but he was talking really soft. You could tell he was trying to control, I'm just a nice dude. Look, I get heated. I'm competitive. My coach was yelling at me. That's not how you talk to a grown man. I felt disrespected, but I wasn't going to kill him. And then because they literally were if they didn't pull you off of him, like when would you have stopped? Because you went for a fucking long time. And he didn't really think he did anything wrong.
Wow.
Can I just say real quick? I went ahead and pulled up his Latrell Sprewell's Instagram, and he is on Instagram just like a normal person. It's like, except that he happens to be around more celebrities. Bunch of pictures of his meals. He's old school Instagram, like where he has multiple posts in a row from the same night.
Right.
And he just is doing this, and everyone just the like sideways peace sign.
Throwing them deuces.
Are there any photos of him just like, jokingly choking different coaches, and they're like, can you believe
that
it?
would be a hoot.
Can you imagine?
That would be pretty funny.
That'd be really funny.
That would be funny.
Picture him with John Mulaney. That's funny to me.
Amazing.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
Sprewell's a Mulaney fan.
Yeah, boy, John. Get in there.
Oh man, picture him with Luis Guzman. Lots of NBA players, of course.
Fuck yeah, dude. Man,
Who's
they can
having
take
a
your
good
yacht, but they can't fucking take your spirit, bro. Get out
Yeah,
there.
I think he might like comedy. We should get a hold of
think
Latrell
so.
Sprewell.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey man, come
might
explain
work.
your side. Tell me why I wasn't choking.
Yes, if we could get Latrell on the podcast, that would be great. One day.
Yeah, he also
Okay.
said his punch wasn't a punch. He said his arms were flailing.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
I got a 2x4. My arms are flailing. Sometimes I'm a real mess.
I have these spasms. So crazy.
Well, beautifully done. Thank you.
Good job,
Trey.
Chase.
Thank you.
All right, we ready to spin it? Spin to win?
Let's do
Ooga
it.
chaka, ooga chaka,
There it is.
ooga,
That's what we
ooga,
need.
ooga chaka, ooga,
Ooga
ooga.
chaka.
I can't
Ooga,
stop
chaka.
this feeling.
Chaga, ooga, ooga. That's beautiful. Dun, dun,
No, I can't
dun,
hear it.
dun. Give it to
The
me.
suspense.
Give it to me. Oh man,
Oh.
it's Travis.
We're back.
Yay!
We're back.
Okay, so
Sprewell, if you're there.
It's for you.
Yeah.
I want to start in a very humble and respectful fashion, as is known to be how I
The
operate.
Travis way.
So I had a lot of people hitting me up, and they're like, "Look, man, it was just out of line what you did with those first couple podcasts, and you killed the mood, and you made things weird, and you could have kept it light, but you chose not to. Clearly, you know a lot of things. You know things that wouldn't upset people, but you choose the things that will." And so I took that to heart. And what I did for this one is we're just going to keep it light and fun and
Light and
interesting,
fun.
like Chase's about Latrell Sprewell, like how
Yeah.
that was kind of, we could
Yeah.
joke about his assaults, and that was all right.
Alleged
Fun stuff.
assaults.
Yeah, fun
Alleged.
stuff. Okay, here we go. So
Black Death.
before I start,
Monkeypox.
have any of you guys ever taken a CPR course?
No.
No, just watch that Office episode.
No.
Oh, okay. Aaron, you haven't either?
No. Ready to watch
the only
somebody
one?
die in front of me.
Oh my God.
Wait, yeah, I don't know. I can just go get help. I never wanted to be the hero, so I never wanted to learn.
Well, some of us, I didn't ask to be the hero, but you, the three of you not stepping up has forced me into the hero position.
That's right.
Yeah. Just if you have a heart attack, you better get ready, because I'm going in with tongue. I'm like, I didn't pay attention during this class. No.
Punching in the chest.
Yeah. Just hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there will be judo chopping. You know what? I have actually saved someone with a Heimlich before.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you are the hero of the group.
Was it like
Yeah.
at a restaurant and all public and stuff?
No, it was at my dad's house, and it was my stepmom,
Oh god.
and she just got a
Oh.
piece of beef in there, and just
Oh.
and then I
It'll
was
be
like,
beef.
there was a moment of, I was like, huh, this is when someone does that, huh? And then
I guess. I guess this is the moment.
Yeah. No,
How long before you went into action? How long before you knew you had to go? Like,
Well,
Let's do
it's
this.
one of those things where it's like you can kind of tell by like she like coughed a little bit and then realized she couldn't breathe at all, and then her eyes got all big and she just started
Fuck.
pointing at her face. And then
fuck.
well, my dad's not going to do it, so I gotta hop in.
I'm sorry,
Only because
legally, does that mean that she's your wife now?
no, but she is indebted to me in every way I so choose. Yeah, no, it's
Which
I
is better.
I collect a check from her, and when she can't make the payments, I make her steal from my dad. That's
Sounds fair.
It all comes to light.
all right. Okay, anyways, so I brought up the CPR class because I wanted to talk about the CPR dummy today. Right? It's fun. It's
That
easy.
sounds fun.
Fun,
Sounds
fun.
good.
No
All right.
legs.
Yeah, no legs.
Just a torso.
Torso and a face. And by the way, it has a name.
Oh.
And it's funny because the name used to be Resusci Annie. That's how my dad knew it. Like I was talking to him about this to see what his perspective was. And yeah, they used to call it Resusci Annie. When I did the class, they called it Rescue Annie. But it's also known as like CPR Annie, Resuscitation Annie, Little Annie, or the CPR doll. And that's one of like three. So they have Resusci Annie, Resusci. Let's see. I had it
I'm just
written
gonna say
down.
it's always read male to me. I never pictured it as the lady.
Oh yeah, that's Resusci Andy. So there's
Ah.
Resusci Annie, Resusci Andy, and Resusci Baby.
Hmm.
Wait,
That's
what was the last one?
Resusci Baby.
Oh,
That-
baby. Okay.
Yeah, for like babies,
Yeah.
to resuscitate a
That's
baby.
the only one that's not going to be problematic.
Dudes, I saw when at the airport, there's a couple with a baby next to us. The baby started choking, and they both got up, and we were like, "Oh fuck, this is intense." Just slapped the baby on the back real good. Got the piece of shit out of their mouth.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Damn.
yeah, that's how you do it.
Don't need no damn class. Slap that baby on the back.
That's how.
No,
that's
you know
a
what? I'm
choking.
gonna push back here, you bunch of not CPR class doers. I'm pretty sure they took a baby CPR class before they had the baby. I'm
Probably.
pretty sure that was within the parenting class. Yeah, it was.
And they teach closed fists, middle of the back, right?
Yep. Anyways, that's a medical simulator they use for teaching both emergency workers and members of the general public. It was developed by Norwegian toy maker Asmund S. Lerdahl and the Austrian-Czech physician Peter Safar and American physician James E. Lamb, and produced by the company Lair Medical.
Hmm.
Also, just a fun little pop-up here, and Chase, this is the swerve, but the chorus refrain to Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, Annie, Are You Okay, was inspired by Resusci Annie.
Huh.
Yeah, because unlike you bunch of bums, MJ, the king of pop, did take a CPR class. And
I bet he
because of
took the
that
baby
CPR
one
class- Oh, there it is. Oh. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be all.
Who's trash now?
Mike bump.
I wonder if you can do CPR to the beat of that song, because I know you're supposed to do it to staying alive. Staying alive. What are you gonna do? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Annie?
Yeah, I mean you gotta
You've been
you gotta
hit
funk
by.
with it a little.
You've been struck by.
You should do whatever your favorite song is. You're over here like double.
Yeah, so that's part of CPR training, by the way, is before you do CPR, they train you in the steps, and the first step is to ask if it's okay. So you would say, Annie, are you okay? To the Resusci Annie doll.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I've
that's
never. I can't believe I haven't heard that. That's crazy.
yeah, right. Yeah, and so not only is it that iconic line, but later on in the song when he says, "So they came into the outway. It was a Sunday. What a black day. Mouth to mouth resuscitation, sounding heartbeats, intimidations." So yeah, it is kind of it's just a very well written song, because it's talking about coming upon somebody. And then he just uses the CPR class. But now that we've gotten through the fun parts, here's here's my part.
It's Trangus time.
No, you've all been fooled. we Trangan now. So, my friends, I will ask you, but where did the face come from that they use for the CPR dummy?
I think we should all pull it up and look at it
Oh,
first.
good idea. See.
Yeah, I don't know what is the face like? Who is it modeled after?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting into.
Definitely someone back in the day.
Is it Michael Jackson?
Well,
Which
Is it
age?
It kind of looks like a Tilda Swinton type, but I know it's been around longer than her.
yeah.
Right.
Would you like me to get into it?
Sure would, Travis.
She
Hate
is
to-
known by many names, and this is French, so I really practice this. L'inconnu de la Seine. Also, unknown woman of Seine, which is the river Seine in France. The Mona Lisa of Seine, Resusci Annie, and the most kissed girl in the world.
Mm.
She might not have lived to tell the tale. They call it that because they made the CPR dummy face after her face. Mark, I'm getting most of this from the British Medical Journal, by the way. They put this out in like December 2020. So in the late 19th century, the body of a girl was pulled from the Seine in Paris. No one knew her name, her story, or her history. From the firmness of her face, she was predicted to be about 16. So that's just a fun detail.
Firm face.
Yeah, you got to keep that face firm. Look young. Her body was transported to a mortuary and placed on public display for identification. This was normal practice, and public viewing of unclaimed corpses was a popular attraction.
That one's mine. That one's also mine.
How much for this one? In a volume of engravings from unknown Paris, one commenter said, "There is not a single window in Paris that attracts more onlookers than this." So he was saying that people were just coming to ogle at the corpse of this girl.
What year is this?
This is like around 1880.
This is 87.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is 1880. A pathologist
Who was the number
performed-
one draft pick that year?
Yeah, Chase?
That was Shaquille O'Neal.
The pathologist who performed an autopsy on the body was so captivated by the girl's appearance that he wished to preserve the memory of her face. He called a modeler to prepare a plaster death mask based on the girl's visage, or her, the way her face looked. So are you guys familiar with death masks? Do we know what that is?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well,
No?
we got a solid guess.
Yeah. It's back in the day. If they sometimes if they just had like a Jane Doe or something, bodies, I think the scientific term is go to mush. So before that happens, you got to take like a plaster of the face. So later on, if people come asking around, you can be like, well, this one over here died. And
Did they have a firm face like this?
Yeah. See how firm that face is. Anyways, in the years that followed, this got so popular. This woman's face, the face was replicated. Copies were sold throughout Bohemian Paris, which is like the German parts of Paris. The inexplicable attraction of the girl's eerie half smile soon prompted wonder and speculation about her life story. So
like the
this,
Mona
by the
Lisa.
way, yeah. In fact, here, I'm getting there. In the following years, numerous copies were produced. The copies quickly became a fashionable, albeit morbid, fixture in Parisian Bohemian society. Albert Camus, dude of mine, if anyone follows me on Twitter, and others compared her enigmatic smile to that of the Mona Lisa, evoking much speculation as to what clues the seemingly happy expression, perceived as eerily serene on her face, could offer about her life, her death, and her place in society. All right. So this is weird at this point. It's basically like one of the first like big memes that spread across Europe was just this woman's face. And it is something.
And the old
that,
school meaning of memes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally they made clay models of her face and people bought them, and like paintings and stuff of this woman's face.
Man.
Which is a thing throughout history. And it's like, I don't know what happened to it in the modern day, like where we're at with it now, but there is this thing throughout history where it's like these like hauntingly alluring, like romantic kind of like pictures of women and tragedy, and like it goes throughout time. For listeners who are like curious about that specifically, I was looking it up, and there's also a woman named Evelyn McHale who kind of became like a really popular thing because she jumped off the Empire State Building, and they took a photo of her. She like landed on a car, and they took a photo of that, and that became like a really popular thing of like. So there's this weird thing throughout history. I don't know what it turned into, but basically, it's like a big thing for artists. Something about the like she died happy, and they think it was a suicide because no marks were found on the body or anything, is what it said. So the story is that she, it was a suicide, but she died with a smile on her face, was like the alluring part of it, I suppose.
Peacefully.
Yeah. So yeah, the popularity of the figure is also of interest in the history of artistic media relating to its widespread reproduction. The original cast had been photographed, and new casts were created from the film negatives. These new casts display details that are usually lost in bodies taken from the water, but the apparent preservation of these details in the visage of the cast, or the face of the cast, seem to only reinforce its authenticity. Critic Al Alvarez wrote in his book on suicide, The Savage God, "I am told that a whole generation of German girls modeled their looks on her." According to Hans Hess of the University of Sussex, Alvarez reports the inconnue, or the unknown woman, became the erotic ideal of the period, as Bardot was for the 1950s. He thinks the German actresses such as Elizabeth Bergner modeled themselves on her. She was finally displaced as a paradigm by Greta Garbo, which is basically like just the next sexy, sad-looking woman. Yeah, and as of
Hashtag
2000,
goals.
yeah, hashtag goals, big time. As of 2017, a workshop called L'Atelier Lorenzi in Arcueil made plaster death masks from a 16th century mold, which is said to be that of L'Inconnu de la Sainte. Chase, would you like to do a quick scene with me, bud? Can we do a scene together? Okay.
Yep.
So let's play different characters. You play the guy who makes the plaster death masks of this woman who drowned in the river, and I'll be a guy who's trying to buy one from you. Okay.
Okay.
Here I come into the store. Ding, ding, ding. Bell rings.
Welcome to Plaster Death Mask. How
Can
can
you
I help
make-
you today?
Can you make the mouth soft? How much for one with a softer mouth?
Well, the faces that we have are very firm.
Is the mouth open?
but-
Okay, I'm done. Scene. Sorry, buddy.
Well done.
Who do we think she was? It was a long-held belief that the girl died by suicide, as her body showed no evidence of violence. I said that part, but not everyone is so convinced. Like, they're like, "Oh, it's surprising to see such a peaceful face," because when people die in the water, they tend to swell, right? Others conjecture that she had been murdered. So there's all these random stories around Europe about, crazy origin stories for this famous photo.
This is so wild that they're all like, "What a beautiful dead person!" Like,
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that crazy? This
Yeah.
was like, and it was just not even like a weird thing. Like, every artist had this in their home. It was like,
they're like, we got to get to the bottom of this too. Like, why is she so beautiful when she's dead? Like, that's so like
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of different weird stories of where they think they came from. The most recent, Jeremy Grange of BBC News recounts, he's got a twist on the story. He said when he visited the photographic studio of Edward Schambra Hartman in Liverpool, he heard the guide there tell a story of L'Inconnu, or the unknown woman, being an identical twin who was born in Liverpool in the 19th century. And the unknown woman was said to have married a man in Paris, or eloped to Paris with a wealthy suitor, never to be seen by her family again, until her sister visited Paris and was shocked to see her sister's mask because it looked so much like her. And that was her long lost twin. So that's a really good story. I don't know if that's true, but the BBC, reported it. So
Okay, how did they decide to make this the CPR mask?
yeah, that's such a great question. So in 1956, Austrian anesthetist, so Peter Safar, who's the guy I mentioned, so him and James Elam met at a American Society of anesthesiologist, meeting in Kansas
of
City.
numb daddy doctors. Yes.
Yeah. The numb papas. That's what they like to be called.
Numlissimo.
Yeah. Did you hear Carlissimo was choked? Through research studies, Safar showed that mouth-to-mouth breathing could maintain blood oxygen levels in a person who was not breathing. So they discovered CPR. They had a guy who was another Norwegian anesthetist. He approached the specialist manufacturers of dolls so they could make these. And one of the guys who was making it had to rescue his 2-year-old son from drowning and used it, CPR to clear the water from his lungs. So he was like, they were like really into this. They were like very tied to it, but they were trying to figure out what face to use. And then the guy Latrell recalled a mask, reproduction of Le Connu de la Seine on the wall of his grandparents' house. And he thought, oh, that she should have that face. And he thought a female doll would be less intimidating for students. And Resusci Annie had full-size, adult dimensions, collapsible chest for practicing compressions and open lips to enable simulation of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Yeah, soft lips, little space in between.
Can you do this with them, Travis?
Resusci Annie has helped more than 500 million people to train in CPR, saving around 2.5 million lives. That's the reason the face has been called the most kissed face of all time. These days, you can be captivated by her beauty in resuscitation training rooms around the world, but there is one other place you can see her. There are Lorenzi model makers in Paris who produce Lincoln's original death mask, continue to produce copies 4 generations on.
Keep them pumping.
Yes, they can make the mouth soft. So yeah, just to put a bow on it, to summarize, a woman drowned in 1880 and was so beautiful that her face became a meme, which was used to make CPR dummies to save the lives of future generations of drowning victims.
Wow.
And we're still singing Annie, Are You Okay today. Boom.
Great job, Travis.
Well done, Trey. Amazing.
I would have never
Amazing.
thought about any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've
working-
done like other faces for the CPR, like if they.
I want to.
You know
I
how,
wanna
like,
have, an
McDonald's-
election.
There was
Yeah.
some discussion about the ethics of it, of like, should we be using a stranger's face for this? Like, there's like, I guess they kind of played it off as being romantic, of like this woman who famously died of drowning would be the CPR dummy's face. But
Yeah.
in like recent years, people are like, can't we just use a randomly generated face? Does it have to be this
Right,
woman's
that-
face?
I'm also surprised that the story was like that deep, and it wasn't just like the person who made the dummy; it was his wife or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
He was
you
like,
think
not
it'd
my
be-
wife.
Yeah, it'd be-
You know, gonna keep your mouths off of
Nah.
my wife.
Nah,
That's what I hunt- that's what I hunt for.
1870s meme. But yeah, I
I'll bring
wonder
you
if
guys
like
this good
celebrities,
bullshit.
like like McDonald's will have like the Travis Scott meal or something like that. They're just like randomly some celebrity will partner up and they'll do a Kim Kardashian face on
On the dolls.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Skims X Red Cross edition.
there's like 5 made. 5 million each.
There's yeah, exactly. Well, beautiful stuff.
Great job, Travis.
Yeah.
Thank
that
you.
was
Yes, good
that was
job.
fun. That was fun the
Fun
whole
and
way through.
lighthearted.
Yeah.
Even when
yeah.
even when you tried to turn Trengus on us, it
You
wasn't
tried.
it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I thought I could hit you with the death mask, and that would
And get a big ah out of all of us.
okay.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
We're all still happy.
All right, let's
We
spin
got
this
everybody?
wheel.
Okay. Ooga chaka, ooga
Ooga
chaka,
chaka,
ooga,
ooga, ooga chaka.
ooga chaka, ooga
Ooga cha.
chaka.
Okay, we're back.
It's
Aaron.
Ingo.
Aaron's up.
Ingo time.
Ingo time.
The old triangle.
Okay, friends, it's time for my first bunking or debunking of a hack.
Ooh.
Okay.
Live before your eyes. So
Oh, you're gonna like Mythbusters this?
I'm gonna myth bust it. Hopefully, I hope it comes through, and we're also gonna have to narrate it really well for those that are listening. rather than watching. So
What voices do you want us to use while we narrate?
like David Attenborough is great. If somebody would do the if somebody would be Carlissimo, that would be awesome.
I got Carlissimo.
All right.
All right. So I've been sitting here with this fucking hot ass iron on in my
Oh,
hot
shit.
ass house
What?
for like I don't know, a half hour at
Just
least. When
Waiting
I
on that
waited
wheel to spin.
I waited until Chase was good way through his story, and then I turned it on, and I was like, better be coming up soon. It's fucking hot. Okay. So I was scrolling through the hashtag hacks, trying to find some fun and clever tricks. A lot of them involve cleaning my kitchen, which I don't want to do. So I stuck with one I saw online. I told you guys about this a couple weeks ago. Now we're going to try to bring it to life. The theory is that you can remove water stains, like water rings, which I think you can see on my little tray here. That theoretically you could, this hacker claimed that I could remove it by putting a damp towel on it and then running an iron over the top. So we're gonna give it a go. Okay.
Fucking
All
put
right,
Aaron
let's
Engel
find
on it.
out.
Aaron
Yeah.
Engel's on the case.
Uh-oh, I'm knocking my shit over. Okay, we got all of our necessary ingredients. Damp towel. Okay.
Gotta love
Check.
damp towel.
Damp. It feels
It's good.
good. It's clean. Okay.
First class towel.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you so much.
Get that on an airplane, first class, baby. Would you like a hot
Man,
towel?
my dumbass tried to ask from Coach if I could have a blanket, and they were like, no.
It's in 1998. What would you-
Yeah, so I remember those days. They used to give everybody a towel.
Right?
I'm
get a
sorry, are
pillow.
you cold?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
chilly on the
Is it-
airplane?
Is it because you don't have enough nutrition because you're poverty?
Oh.
Okay, guys. So the best way to do this, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go towel on the tray.
Okay.
Yeah. How long are you supposed to do it for?
Well, it was a really fast TikTok, so we kind of just was like, do it. So do you,
All right,
what
we'll
should
try
I
it
go
out.
for? What's my first theory?
Dive in.
Yeah.
No wrong
Yeah.
answers.
I would just
Okay.
do it like a delicate shirt, you know, like
It-
back
it-
and
it
forth.
sizzles.
And
It sizzled. I gave it a-
Vanessa's on
see.
some different shit. Vanessa's on some delicate shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plunge
I
that motherfucker right in the middle.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, fucking go.
All right, I gave it one like a super fast, like not lingering iron. It sizzled, but it did not change anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've got a slightly warm towel. I'm gonna
That's
give it
okay.
a couple count.
Yeah,
In one spot.
maybe put it
Yeah,
down for a couple
yeah.
more seconds.
Yeah, move it back and
1,
forth a little. Give it some
2,
friction.
Yeah, like a little
5, 6,
scrub even.
Yeah, little
7,
circles,
8,
little circles.
9, 10.
Counterclockwise.
Okay. Ooh, it looks wet now. That's certainly the
Okay,
case.
so it's
Okay.
shinier.
Getting
Okay.
better,
That's how
getting
it
better.
starts. That's how it starts.
Hot towel. Okay, can you guys see? It's now on the bottom for you. That is where I ran the thing back and forth a few times. So,
Okay.
like this section. I think it might be working. That was like a little back and forth. We're gonna do it on the rest of this side and see if it comes through. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
She
6.
is ironing
Yeah,
that
no, oh,
wood.
yeah.
Iron that wood,
Hey.
Aaron.
Iron that
Watch
wood.
as the Erin Engel
Here we go.
irons the wood.
You woo, 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 woo.
She wears a cowboy hat to keep her hair back because her friend Chase Myers was very rude about her hair earlier.
He said if you were in the wild, you would be caught immediately by a predator with that crinkly hair.
But so fucking loud, he said.
Okay, so as a preliminary observation, it does appear to be making a difference, but the difference might just be that the wood is all the way wet now.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Is it just
Yeah.
like it's glistening more?
Yeah. Like, is it a permanent change? Am I hydrating the wood in a way that's going to actually?
And you know, the way TikTok works, you'll never find that video again. So you
No,
can't
exactly.
even clap back at him.
Let's
I
just say
know,
that
that's good.
shit.
I think I did save it, so I can go get it. I just
So you
start
can tell me you
harassing him.
busted his hack.
Yeah. I could, and then I could do what can I do, Vanessa? What do you call a duet? I
Oh,
could
the
do
duets. Yeah,
I don't know how, but I know it's something that people do.
it's a thing. I'm
All
sure
right.
we can Google it. It's all right.
So this is truly, I don't know if it's doing anything, guys. It is making the wood darker, and because it appears to be getting wet.
Yeah.
but
Maybe
what
that's how it works.
FWIW, you can't see the water rings on that side, so maybe it works.
Can I ask an unrelated TikTok question?
Love it.
I was just thinking about the duet feature, which I also have never used, and wondering if you guys think it would be funny if I went through like a lot of really serious TikToks and I duetted them, but I just sang along with whatever serious shit they were saying, but I was like just singing along to it to duet.
It
Harmonizing.
might work.
Has that got legs? That's kind of funny.
That's gonna work.
Dude, it could work. It's TikTok.
Yeah.
You're right.
I feel
It like
it's
what
going
would
on.
happen was it would work, and then I would immediately delete it and be like, "No, gross. I hate it."
Every show you do, they're like, "Yeah, sing about politics."
Yeah,
And
he's
you're
the
like,
guy who
"Fuck."
sings. He just sings stuff. I did have someone on my TikTok comment that I should sing a punchline.
What punchline?
They were like, "I think it would have worked better if you sang the punchline."
Nah,
Blocked.
dude, get
Shit
that,
about
Yeah.
get that
Oh,
alternative
blocked.
hack out of here.
Dog, I at no point thought, "Oh, let's see, Aaron, say something so the screen jumps to
Oh.
you."
Y'all, I think it's been de-ringed, but again, it might be wet, so I'm gonna have to come back and let you know if this whole thing just like molds and like falls
Right.
apart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem as I'm like, it feels like it was smoother before. I think it's lost some of its finish,
Huh.
honestly. Yeah, I'm feeling like a texture to it that once was not there. The outside of the thing is smooth. I think I took finish off of it.
Yeah, so what I think was happening, or what might have happened when you explained that to me, was maybe like the hot water is mixing it up, so the finish kind of like as like a smudge tool in Photoshop would, just to kind of
Yeah.
like cover up the discrepancy. But
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say this is a hack that it seems to accomplish what it sets out to do, but not in fact make your situation any better.
Yeah.
Because now you
Okay.
have removed the finish from your wood product. So
did it stain the
coasters are king.
towel?
Yes, it stained the towel.
Show me.
We
Yeah,
had a once white towel. It's kind of orangey now.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I give this
Busted. Bucket
Bust.
hack
It's
busted.
busted. It's busted. This is a hack to ruin your wood. Congratulations. You've ruined it. But this is from Home Goods, and I'm not too attached to it. So, coasters are king. Can't say it enough.
Right.
Coasters are
kind.
king.
Yeah.
Put a coaster down. And that's El for Mingle, friends. Hack
Wow, you did it
busted.
live.
I
Great
like that.
demonstration.
Yeah, good
Like-
job,
Great
Aaron.
demonstration, Aaron.
You know,
Good
if I do,
job.
thank you so
Hey.
much. If I do one if I do one of these in-depth cleaning ones, I'm gonna have to do that, before the program.
Oh,
You
like
should.
like on those cooking shows where like
Yes.
there's a made one already in the oven.
Yeah.
But for each consecutive one, I need you to put on one more piece of Western wear.
Great
He's gonna have
plan.
a bolo tie on.
Right? Boots.
Just get some gator
Spurs,
boots.
yeah, clanking
Right.
around with some spurs.
She's gonna wear
Well-
one glove to keep her hands soft.
Just a lasso out of nowhere.
All right, thank God I get to turn that iron off. It's so warm.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry about that.
It's my own fault for choosing the topic. Vanessa, do you want us to spin the wheel of one?
Yeah.
It's only fair that she get the ceremony.
Yeah, might as well spin it.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
start a segment with the
Who's-
confetti.
Ooga
Um,
chaka, ooga
Ooga
chaka,
chaka,
ooga, ooga chaka.
chaka, ooga chaka. Who's it gonna be? Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Oh, the suspense.
It's gonna be V.
There it is.
I won.
I'm gonna push this gently towards you so it gets more of Vanessa's voice.
Thanks, pickerwheel.com.
Thanks again, guys.
We don't even have to pay for that. That's free.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna end us on a very light note.
I love it. I love light.
Okay.
I'm so
Light.
tired. I'm ready
Light
for
up
bed.
air.
I want sweet little
Exactly.
dreams.
So we have a new animal in Washington.
Oh
new
shit.
animal,
New
huh?
animal just dropped?
Wait,
Kind of, but not really.
is it like a native animal we discovered, or is it an animal that just got
It just came over.
You can't
Aw.
invasive
Yeah.
species. Okay.
All right. Well,
Evolution,
kinda.
baby. Just got its
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah. So we got the Atlas moth, which is kind of like a
Ooh.
huge ass butterfly, you know?
Ooh.
It can have a wingspan up to 14 inches.
No.
Bro, yes.
Wow.
No, that's like one of them murder hornets.
Are they dusty?
Nah,
Is it like
nah.
14 inches of dusty?
Hold on, I'll put it in the Slack. But
I
Okay.
don't like it.
yeah,
It looks like somebody's aunt in Arizona made it.
it does kind of look fake. Like the picture kind of makes it look. Imagine if you found like a butterfly
Oh my god,
looking
it's
thing, a
so
moth
big.
over 14 inches. Anywho,
Oh,
so guess where they found it? Near
they-
Bellevue, Washington.
No shit.
mm.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so this is like the
He
first,
just got a job at Meta.
right? He came for the university.
He got a tech job it's going to hate and quit and
Oh
then start
my
trying to do
gosh.
stand-up comedy instead.
This is
Right?
bananas.
Yes, but basically the government's like, yo, be on the lookout for these. But I feel like they just want to catch them. And I feel like these moths should just do their own thing.
Don't call the cops on the moths.
Don't
Yeah.
snitch on the moths.
Give 'em
Let
a
live.
shot.
No.
Let them live.
Do you think that we should help raise the moths and find out what their needs are? And then, kind of sort of the way people would do that for different types of wildlife that,
Like experimental.
yeah, like a bat roost is kind of what I was thinking, but for these
Okay.
giant moths.
See, the only thing is like they're like, we want you to tell us about if you see one and take pictures of it, they're not gonna harm you. But if you try to catch them and sell them, it's illegal.
Okay.
I feel
So
like
I'm like, if we experiment, that's fine, right? It's for science.
their work is cut out for them though, because no one's going to see that and not take a picture and post it on Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
Are you
That
looking
is-
at them right now, Aaron?
I'm agape. You can tell, right? And I'm like, but then I'm like, close my mouth because what if a giant moth flies in there?
Say it again. What's
Oh
it called?
my god.
What type
At-
of moth?
Atlas moth.
Atlas.
Because it's so strong it could hold the world.
My-
world on his shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're usually like in tropical spots like Asia, but somehow
Bellevue.
it wandered up. Well, I've been to Bellevue.
And
And
you're giving it a well view.
Bellevue. I mean, there's a lot of Asians in Bellevue.
Yeah. But the way Bellevue started was there was a lot of Japanese farmers that moved over there and bought land. And then
You know,
Bellevue kind of built
situation.
up, and then the white guys wanted to take the land. So when internment camps happened in World War II, that's how they stole all the land from the Japanese farmers that were there originally. So
And that's why this place is haunted.
yeah, lots of reasons for why it's haunted.
I imagine that's where the moth came from. He's just like, I'm here for revenge.
Yeah.
Like, this is a sign, and everyone's like, how beautiful.
There is the Godzilla fan part of me that's like, maybe these are Mothra's little babies and they've come and she's on her way to heal the earth.
Mothra.
So be on the
Dang.
lookout for these moths, I guess.
Okay.
They don't
Sure.
live too long, I bet. Like it might be a special moment.
Oh fuck, we gotta get out there then.
Dude,
Gotta get there on Moth Watch.
moth. When you see me with
Moth watch.
binoculars just out in
2022.
every trail.
No.
I would.
It's
I
like,
would I would scream to the fucking mountaintops if one of those things came near me. I would run. I would scream. I wouldn't try.
Well,
to get out.
guys.
I would just hide.
Let's get a bag of them and just empty them in Aaron's house.
And then charge people $10 to come to the
Yeah.
exhibit.
I'm already doing
That's
lock
just
my
Aaron
doors
having a
down,
mental
right?
breakdown in the corner.
I'm already dealing with a sugar ant situation over here. I can't handle another critter in this house.
But maybe the moths will help with the ants.
Yeah,
will.
you need more critters.
That's how Australia handled their
Circle of
problems.
life.
Oh my god, Vanessa, that is an uplifting, if
You know,
jarring, bit of news.
I decided to keep it light today.
Keep it light.
Yeah.
Keep it light.
Keep it pretty.
And I would
light.
like to say, now that I know this, I'm going to start collecting them and slingshotting them into people's faces.
Jesus peace.
You know, when an atlas moth flaps its wing on one side of the world, on the other side of the world, a coach gets choked.
Very true.
Amazing. Well, I think that is our episode, you guys. It feels like we really killed it. Thank you for checking it out. By the way, we know that we're 400 episodes in at this point, and we're famous, and you're coming back. I just
Thanks
want
so
to.
much
I
for listening back
appreciate
to the
you.
back catalog.
Yeah, because we're putting the effort in early. We're not waiting until we get followers. The good stuff's coming now. So thank you very much, everybody. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with cool people. Don't tell people that suck. Also, check out my YouTube and my website, travisnelsoncomedy.com, and Chase's podcast, Buckets of Ducats.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You guys got anything?
Yeah, go ahead and check out my website too, vanessadoncomedy.com and Funny Sad with me and Travis.
Yeah. And AaronInkle.com.
.com, baby. Yeah.
All right. That's all of them. That's our websites. Check out our SEO. See you next time.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.